welcome back to Jenn Beauty. My name is Jennifer, and here on my channel I like to chat about all things beauty and makeup. And today I have an introduction to my makeup rehab series. So I tried to start a low buy earlier this year, or I guess by the time you're seeing this it'll be earlier last year. And I gave myself too many rules. It was too specific, too complicated. I tried to simplify it, still too complicated, was not easy for me to follow. So I'm going to try to set myself up for success this time. And my main intention is to encourage mindful spending and consumption. There's not any area other than one that I'm looking to really like downsize my collection. And that's going to be lip products. Everything else, I'm just like, it needs to kind of stay where it is and not continue to grow. So I like the beauty bank style that I've seen. It's Just Stuff, Emily and Max, a beauty guru, made me do it. And I feel like a couple other people, I've seen them do a beauty bank style. And so the two people that really got me hooked, I'll be honest, are It's Just Stuff and Emily and Max. I started watching theirs earlier this year and I was like, man, I really need to do that. So I started saving empties, one, for content. You know, it's fun to share like what you've used up. And two, to kind of prep myself for getting in that mindset of saving empties and seeing how many things I could use up. So for the beginning of my year, I'm not basing my points on how much I used up this year. I'm simply stating 36 is my beginning bank. So that allows me 3 items per month. So 3 new items per month. I do have a few small nuances within that I am giving myself. So as far as empties go, empties earn me 1 point and new items cost 1 point. So I'm doing a 1-for-1. And deluxe minis or travel sizes are worth 0.5 points, and foil and mini samples are not going to cost me anything, but they also do not earn me points. So if I use up 5 packets, it doesn't earn me anything, but at the same time, if I bring 5 in, it's not going to cost me anything. It's not an area of my collection that I feel like is spinning out of control, so I feel comfortable with keeping the foil and mini samples there. And when I say mini samples, I mean like if it's something that only takes me like 2 or 3 uses, then I would not consider that something that's going to earn me a point or cost me a point to bring it into my collection. So let's address some product-specific categories. For lips, I am putting myself on a no-buy unless I run out of any particular category. So for example, I almost always have a lip oil that I'm using and almost always have a lip mask that I'm using, and then always have a lip scrub that I'm using. So if I use up all my lip scrubs and I have none and I get 1, as long as I am only getting 1, that 1 is not going to cost me anything. I am allowed to get that 1 item. I don't foresee myself running out of anything other than possibly lip oil, although that would kind of surprise me, but stranger things have happened. And also for skincare, body care, and hair care, I feel like those are pretty much under control, but I do need to give myself the rule that replacements are not going to cost me a point, but backups do. So, for example, I have a hyaluronic acid that I'm currently working on and it's almost gone. So I have a backup of a hyaluronic acid. So this being in my collection is fine with me because I know I'm going to use it. Now, me going on Ipsy, buying another hyaluronic acid because it's a good deal, this would cost me a point to purchase this from Ipsy. Hopefully that makes sense. It does in my head, but hopefully I have articulated that correctly. And speaking of Ipsy, so I'm already paid ahead for a full year, and I think it runs out in May, June? I can't remember. So when it runs out, or until it runs out, those items that are in the actual bag, those 5 full-size items, I'm not going to count against me because I've already paid for them. I'm already expecting them. However, if I buy any add-ons, the add-ons cost me just like I'm shopping at a regular store. It doesn't matter that it's a really good deal. It's still going to cost me because it's going to cost me money, and it's also going to cost me space, and it gives me more potential for product waste, which I'm trying to reduce. Now, if I decide to renew my Ipsy membership, then from the point that I renew on, so let's say it runs out in May, from June until I stop, those items would all cost me points like a regular item coming into my collection. So 5 full-size items, I would need to have 5 full-size empties in order to counteract that and keep my beauty bank level set. I think I complicated that, but again, it makes sense in my head. So eyeshadow pans are not going to earn me points because I do have a pretty big eyeshadow palette collection. I'm okay having a large collection, but I don't want to give myself I don't want to make things complicated for me. I just want 3 points. If I buy 3 eyeshadow palettes, that's fine. If I buy 2 eyeshadow palettes and a blush, that's okay. But how do I want to say this? I don't feel like emptying out an eyeshadow pan or hitting pan on a product, or I don't feel like hitting pan on an eyeshadow is really going to help me reduce my collection. It'll help encourage me to use more of it, but I honestly hate panning eyeshadows so much. Like, I just don't enjoy it. I like having creative freedom when it comes to my eye looks. I could use the same bronzer and blush every day and be okay. I don't want to, but I could. So I could pan a blush, I could pan a highlighter, I could pan a bronzer. I say I could, I mean, it would take me forever, but I could do it. But I do not want to sit down to do my makeup and play and be like, oh, I got to use this palette because I'm panning it. Like, I actually find that I am more likely to avoid that palette because I don't want to use it because I'm supposed to use it. If you haven't noticed, I have a little bit of a rebel spirit. Declutters aren't going to cost or earn me anything. If I find that it's very excessive in the amount that I am decluttering still, like purchased it, didn't use it, decluttered it, or purchased it, shouldn't have purchased it, everything expired, decluttering it, then I'll probably reassess that. But as of right now, I feel like I should have freedom to pass things along or throw things away that have expired without guilt. Because I am making an effort to change my spending habits, to change my consumption, I'm not going to be able to control my past mistakes that I have made in my spending, but I can have more control over the future of my spending. So gifts, I have decided, are not going to cost me anything. At the same time, like, my family knows me. They know what I like. They know what I enjoy. If you saw my Christmas haul, then you know that I was spoiled rotten with 14 eyeshadow palettes. And while I don't necessarily want to encourage my family to spoil me like that again, I'm not going to discourage them from doing what they want to do. It's a gift. I'm not going to control that. But I'm also not going to punish myself for what should be a joyous and celebratory occasion. So you've got where I would end up getting gifts would be Mother's Day, my birthday, and then Christmas. My husband doesn't typically get me makeup for our anniversary, and I don't even know what we're doing this year because I'll be recovering and probably not feel like doing anything, but in any case, that was a whole tangent that didn't need to happen. And then I was thinking about items that I purchased with gift cards and rewards, and I went crazy last year with justifying purchases because I had a gift card or I had rewards. And so I kind of feel like they should cost me half as much. So I still get to like enjoy the gift, but instead of an eyeshadow palette purchased with a gift card costing me 1 point, it'll cost me half a point. So I still have to think about that purchase and like, do I really want to spend my points on that? But I get to have a little bit more freedom of like when I want to spend them. Hopefully that'll make sense. I think I addressed everything that I think I'm going to come across, but if not, we'll just chat about it when it comes and how I want to handle that situation. Everyone has kind of like a different style of doing this. Everyone has kind of like a different, first of all, everyone has a different like panning style. Everyone has a different like standard for what size their collection should be. And if you plan on doing something like this, I just encourage you to make sure it's a program that's going to work for you. So what works for you may not work for me and vice versa. There are several amazing ladies that are doing this this year, and I'm going to have all of their information linked below. And then if you're participating, please feel free to let me know where you're posting your updates so that I can include you in the description box and future updates. Speaking of updates, I think I'm going to do monthly makeup empties and do my points that way because I don't think I'll be able to keep up with things coming into my collection quarterly. So I've been doing empties quarterly, just that's how long it typically takes for my little bin to fill up. And so once it's full, I do a video, and I've noticed that it literally is about quarterly that it takes for that thing to get full. So I'll have less empties in one video, but I'll still do the same format and style that I've been doing with the speed reviews. So I think I'll probably break it down like with chapters of new items that came in, how many points I spent, how many empties I have with speed reviews, and then what I hope to achieve in the next month. Let me know how that sounds to you, or if you have any suggestions on another way. I don't really want to split up the videos because I don't think I'll have time to film them, but I do think that that would be a very doable format for me to do monthly. That's it for today. I'm really pumped and looking forward to a low buy and challenging myself to get a control of my spending and all of my wants because I want a lot. Like this video, I hope you'll give it a big thumbs up, and if you would like to see more makeup and beauty content from me, hit that subscribe button and I'll have more coming at you. I hope wherever you are, you have a wonderful day. Bye! I don't know why I'm talking with my hands so much today. It's not like you can see them half the time. I'm sure you can just see me like bopping around, and then like, you know, below the desk, I'm like, no, 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 no. It's hot. It is so hot, and I am hungry because it is dinner time. Oh, super side note, I totally meant to mention in the intro, I am wearing the Druid palette, and holy crap, like, do you see that? Do you see that? I don't know if you can see that because my eyes are closed, but I used the Kaleidos eyeliner in, holy crap, not holy crap, in tourmaline, and it is a shifty one, and then the eyeshadow is shifty, and then I don't know why, I just felt like having this hot lime green in my inner corner, but these shadows, y'all, holy crap. I know, we're talking about a low buy, but like, buy for real this time.